So The Purge is actually one of my favorite franchises. It has so many different levels to it. Were you a fan of the franchise when you first came on, and how excited were you to be a part of this?
Yo, Jesus. So on to be honest with you, bro, I had never seen any of the films before I had to work on it, and I was really excited to go home and watch all the movies before I actually went and worked even more days, you know. But I had never seen the films, not because I wasn't interested, only because like horror wasn't really like my thing so much. I'm really into comedy, but once I started to watch all the films, man, I fell in love with all the films. Like I really understood the concept, and I really loved the the whole Purge franchise ever since I began to watch them, you know.
Um, yeah, coming from the comedy, how difficult was it for you to get into a character that's in the horror and kind of like an action horror type of movie?
Well, you know what, dog? I've always been a scary cat. So I think horror was like the perfect thing for me. I think the role that I played actually was always this very neurotic person who's like just who's ready for war, but is always on the guard. You know what I'm saying? Like estoy a la defensa siempre,
Mhm.
because of how I'm so scared of this. I'm just out there like, let's go,
Yeah. How did you prepare to come into a horror universe that's so chaotic? It's changing constantly, and now it gets to a breaking point.
You know what? That's a really good question, bro. And actually, what I could answer you about that is that the way I've prepared, bro, it's just through experience in life. Everything I've been watching, everything that's been going on in social media, everything that's been going on in this world at this moment is what really kind of prepared me for this role, man. Just
Definitely.
really to be, like my character, Doroteo Arango, he's a revolutionist. He's a person of help. He's a person of like savior, and he's a person of good, which is something I always stand for. So there's a lot of me in this character, and basically I'm in this world, dealing with these situations just as I am in real life. So it really kind of gave me the opportunity to freely be out there with my own personality, my own feel towards life, and I just attacked it the same way, man.
Mhm. Definitely. Something that this franchise does very well. It's very pointed. It's very in tune with what's going on right now. How scary is it to think that this was possibly something that could happen in the real world?
um that's a tough question because I can't predict the future, right? But I can tell you this. I can say that um I've grown up in this atmosphere since I was young. I've grown up in the hood. I've grown up in these like in this atmosphere where there's a lot of tension. So I'm always ready. I'm always on the go, and I'm always very observant. I'm a very observant person. So to me, it's just being aware of my surroundings, being aware of what's going on, being aware of like, the politics. Even then, just being prepared, man. Just being prepared for anything. Like my father always taught me how to be prepared for any type of situation. I come from an upbringing where I had to bathe for myself too. So always just being prepared, bro. I think that's the key to what happened in this production and what can happen in real life for the future for me too.
Definitely, yeah. This movie is probably one of the best in this franchise. Having this under your belt, are you going to be looking for more horror roles coming up?
That's how you feel. This your favorite one?
It definitely is my favorite one. Yes.
It definitely is one of my favorite one, and I also really appreciated the one with Ethan Hawke. That was one of my favorite ones, which I think it's the first one actually.
Yes.
And I loved it. These films are a big reflection in real life. But to answer your question, I fell in love with working in horror. I'm not gonna lie. I may not be a big fan of me as as an audience, but definitely working in it, it's amazing. And I actually just had a pitch from a buddy of mine for another horror film, and it's amazing. I can't wait, man. Like if more opportunities present themselves for roles like this, I'm ready. Like I would love to. It was so exciting for me to just enter this world where I had to be prepared. You know, like no matter what, like there was nothing said to me, and these are things that could happen anytime in your life. Like just preparation is the best thing I can say. You know.
Yeah, definitely. So you have that horror project coming up. Is there anything else that we might be able to see you in more recent?
So right now I'm working on an independent project that's called El Beso de la Despedida. One of my, like I'm excited about this project as well because I've grown up in the boxing atmosphere too. My father used to train me in boxing, and I get to play trainer for this boxer who fights in underground fights to be able to help his mother with her medical situation. There's more into that, but hopefully we get to talk about that later on as well.
Hopefully we do. Well, thanks for your time. This is definitely my favorite movie in this franchise.
Which
Glad to see that you were in it. And once again, thank you very much for your time.
so much, Jesus. Gracias.